Yes, sir. Hey. Hey, let's get the vibes right, man. We back. Welcome to the Lost in the Sauce podcast. I'm your host, Randy. Want to say thank you to all the listeners, man. Anybody that has been sharing the podcast, speaking on the podcast, anybody that's tuning in now, salute to you. Love y'all, man. Follow me at Sauceville615. Follow the Lost in the Sauce pod. Subscribe to Out East Network on YouTube. And yeah, man, we got more vibes, more interviews, more cool shit coming. You dig? And yeah, man, keep sharing it, man. Keep sharing it. DM me. Let me know what you think of the pod. All that. Very much appreciated. Love y'all. Salute to y'all. You dig? Hey, man. I think we got a superstar in the building.
Oh, my goodness.
It is an honor to have this incredible writer, songstress, one of the strongest like voices I've heard in a while. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Fire. Really appreciate the art that she does. I've been hunting her down for the longest. Hey, man, we were supposed to do this. I think our times didn't align.
Yeah.
Shoot. Just somehow, hey, God is just that great. We end up in the same club.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
At the same time.
I do.
Yep.
So that's dope.
Yes.
That is dope, man. It is an honor to have her here. It's an honor for her to be here, to bless us with her energy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yes, we have none other than the talented yours truly, Jay.
What's
in the building.
up? What's up?
Yes. Yes.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for coming. How are you?
I am great. It is hot outside, finally, but I'm kind of dreading it. I know this summer is going to be a hot summer already.
It is. It's very warm outside, and I'd like to say I see, like, when you came in, you had the smile on your face. You're in good spirits.
Yeah. I try not to bring negative energy anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't like it at home. I don't like it when I go out. I don't like it in friends. Like,
I feel it.
So I'm always this upbeat. Always.
Dope. Fire. Let's kick it off. Let's just get into you. Who is yours truly, Jay? Or who is Jay, and how did it turn into yours truly, Jay?
Well, that's crazy you said that, because I started off as Jay. Like, that was my artist name. Until I released my first EP, which is titled Yours Truly, Jay. Honestly, I have been singing since I was like 3, 4. I didn't start taking it serious until 2019. And I actually was at Austin Peay State University when I realized that college was just not for me. Yeah. So I dropped out the beginning of my junior year, and I was just like, I would rather be singing, singing. So that's exactly what I did. My mama was mad, but she understood. I know that I want to be happy doing whatever it is at the end of the day. And if the world was to end, like, I just want to be, able to say that I did what I wanted to do. So,
fire. Yeah,
that's who I am, really. I'm just a singing motherfucker.
Yeah. Shout out to that. I wanted to tell you, it was one of the things, like, I seen on your story one day. Like, I like visiting your social media sometimes, because if you kind of watch, you'll show little bits and pieces of yourself. Yeah. Like, it's like you just go through your journey. Like, it's like in real time. You know what I mean? And what's dope about that is, I seen one time you had posted, I think it was either you singing like opera or something in the choir.
Yes. So I started off in choir. Like, in high school, that's what we did. We did classical music, and that's kind of like where I got my training from. So we would sing Beethoven and just all this different kind of stuff. And I grew to love it, because it opens your your vocal cords in a whole different way than if you were like practicing with like R&B like I'm doing now, but it just really helps build your voice. So I'm really appreciative of choir. Like all 4 years I had a blast. I did not like the outfits we had to wear. It was like these long black nun dresses. But it was cool though, like singing and stuff, but yeah, them dresses had to be the worst part, but yeah.
So like with that, and you using, like, when I was hearing it, I was like, she sounds like a true like soprano, right?
Yeah.
The way you would be able to go up that high is crazy.
Yeah.
So like fast forward into like the Yours Truly EP, like what you did on that Sirens, it made sense.
Yeah.
And that's my shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I was telling y'all for the camera cut on. Like that's in that playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what's fire about that too is that was actually my introduction to your music. I'm guessing at the time that's where you were comfortable like releasing the music and actually putting effort into a project. But just what you did at that time, it seemed like you had already been doing it like for a very, very long time.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
So like before we get into that EP, let's take it back a little bit as far as with like family and everything. Did you have any other singers in your family?
Well, I grew up in a Church of Christ, and in Churches of Christ, we don't use instruments.
Wow.
So it's literally just all voice. And sometimes we might do a little hand clap, a little foot stomp, but it's all voice. So it's plenty of harmonies and like just, you can hear my grandma. She's a super soprano. Like my grandma will get all the way up there in church. She still does to this day. And she's like 85 now. But my mom, she's a soprano too. I feel like my whole family can sing. Maybe not as well as me. But
I like that.
They definitely can sing, and I think I got it from church, I feel like, because that's where it all started. Like I grew up from 1999 all the way up until now. Like that's just what I'm accustomed to. So yeah, that's basically where it started at. But I noticed like with training and with high school and you know everything I had to do in choir, like I learn how to train my voice to do more than just soprano things. Like I can do alto, I can go super low. Like that's what I appreciate about that training that I got, because I'm not just stuck in one box. Like I can do so much, you know? Yeah,
and it's really on full display. And to bounce back a little bit, like after you had released that first EP, my first time, like, actually seeing you perform live, like, I heard the music at that point, and I'm like, damn, this shit is fire. You know what I mean? So, my first time actually seeing you was at Chuck Indigo's live.
Really?
Yeah. So
that was a while ago.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just in the cut. I was with my wife, and we were already familiar with your music because I had put my wife onto it, and he was like, man, she's fire. Yeah. So, like, when you walked in, you know what I'm saying? We see like this little short girl just walking in, like petite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just doing your thing, vibing around. Your energy was already like glowing then. And so you got up on the stage and smoked that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, the fact, and you even, some people, they'll do that kind of song like Sirens. They'll do that kind of song in the studio, but they won't try that shit live.
Yeah.
I seen you got up there and get in your bag. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, she's different.
Yeah.
So that was just a dope, like, introduction to see you then and then see your growth throughout time.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, tell me, how impactful was that first EP for you?
Well, very impactful, because I didn't even know who Chuck Indigo. Well, I knew who Chuck Indigo was. I had been listening to him, but I didn't know he knew me. So it was like crazy that he came to my very first show, which was in September. And he came up to me after and was like, I need you at my show. And it's in December. And you have to be there. And I was like, Really? Like, I thought he was like a famous local, and he still is. Like, I hold him to such high regard because I don't know. I love his pen game, and he has been like an ultimate mentor to me throughout my singing career. So, big shout out to Chuck Indigo. So yeah, that first EP brought me so many opportunities. It got me a lot of noise around the city. Like, wasn't nobody knowing who I was because I wasn't displaying my talent like I knew that I should have been. But yeah, that first EP, it went up for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so I will tell you though, is like what's dope, and this is just me assessing from afar. It seemed like, you know, he has that big brother energy. Like, he puts his arm around you, like, you know, he kind of show you the ropes and get you in these, you know what I'm saying, these certain spaces, and that's dope. That's dope. So
we both got signed to Power Entertainment. I don't know, when was this? It was a couple months ago. I get my months mixed up. It was end of February, beginning of March, one of those.
Dope.
So
congratulations on that too.
Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, he got signed as a producer, and I got signed as Power's first artist. So that was cool to watch that unfold because we had been with Power, you know, since I started singing. Like, he introduced me to Kadeem, and that was who was managing me at the time. After he introduced me, and it's like full circle now because now I think we really it's about to go somewhere for sure.
Yes.
Not only can Chuck produce, he can write, he can sing, he can rap. It's really not a limit to what he can do. So I am very grateful for the opportunity to be a part of Power with him. Like, that's really big, bro, for sure.
Yeah.
So
Fire. Was it any more like intricate pieces that played into like their first EP?
Well,
who'd you work close with then, like creating that?
It was Coleman, Mixed by Cole on Instagram.
Dope.
Yeah.
Shout out Coleman.
Yeah, shout out Coleman. He does a lot in the city now, and he did a lot back then, but those beats are actually YouTube beats, the whole EP. At the time I wasn't being managed, or nobody was telling me how to do stuff, so I was just kind of learning stuff on my own. I found DistroKid. I had no clue what that was, but I found DistroKid, and I was like, this is where I can just put it on all streaming platforms. But I was working real close with Coleman for that. The writing was just solely me though. I really sat down and like thought about what I was saying. And Sirens, when I heard the beat, I was like, it's got to be something sensual. It's got to be. So, and then we got Tom, and Tom was just, I was in like a very emotional state with my mom. I don't think nobody knows that that's about my mom, but like, we was just going through it, always butting heads. So that's what Time is about. Then we got 50 Feet with Jordan XX.
I like that. That was a bop.
Yes. It was like high energy.
Yep.
Yeah. So I made sure I put a little bit of me in every song, like every mood I was feeling. So yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
So like, you have like a new project that's coming up soon. How close are you to completing that?
Super close. Right now, tomorrow I actually have a meeting about like rollout plans. The project is called Louder Than Words. It's my first album.
Fire.
It's 12 songs. I've never done anything that long, so I'm really excited. I have interludes and stuff. Like, I love me a good interlude. Plenty of those on there. It's just showcasing my versatility. Like, it's some house tracks on there, some R&B, it's like a little bit of everything. And eventually I kind of want to get like into country. I just want to do everything because I know
like
that I can.
Do it all. Like, it's fire.
Yeah, so that's basically what the whole album is like encapsulating, just like my versatility. Like, my personality, I showcase it every day, and I kind of just want to put that all into my music. So, yeah. I'm really excited for it. Man. I'm so excited.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Shout out to that, man.
I know.
Shout out to that. Because I think you would kill, like, you know, some disco sounds, house sounds. I can hear you on country. Like, you don't seem like you put yourself in a box, and that's what's great about it.
Yeah.
So, like, let me ask you, I seen not too long ago, like, you took, like, I guess, like, a little sabbatical from, like, social media. How was that for you, and did that help you grow as an artist, as a person? Like, what with you being young and coming up in like the social media area where it's like everything is kind of on social media. Yeah. How important was that for you to kind of like, all right, let me step back for a second and then come back?
Well, I like to call it my little hiatus, but it's never long enough to me. I feel like everybody in some way is addicted to social media. And it sucks because, like, you feel so inclined to post every little thing about yourself, every little thing about your day, what you're eating, who you're about to be with, where you're at. Like, it's just, we know everything about everybody. Yeah. So, knowing that, I tried to take, my little 2 weeks off, but it's so hard because you be bored.
Yes,
you
man.
know what I'm saying? So
I be wanting to do that, but it's like, it takes a certain amount of discipline to be able to stick to that. Exactly.
And I lack that discipline because I wish, like, my friend is taking a hiatus and it's been like 18, 20 days, something like that. And I have never gone that long. Wow. But I want to get to a space where I feel like maybe I can just disconnect all the way and not even think about it. But I feel like I'm going to be like grown before I can do that. Yeah. And I know I have like a brand to uphold and like I want people to be interested in my music and just me as a person. But it's hard because you got self-comparison at every window. Like you're always looking into somebody else's life. So me as an artist, I don't ever want to feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough. I could be doing this. I need to rush. I need to do this. I need to like that clouds my judgment sometimes. So I've been working on that. That's kind of why I took my hiatus because I was just looking at other people's windows and it was just too much. And I had like kind of like a writer's block for a while. Like I couldn't find no inspiration. And I felt like it was just because all of my attention was on like social media and just everybody else, you know? So, yeah. Hopefully we'll take like longer hiatuses.
Well, I tell you, from my perception, it's like when certain artists do that, it's like, oh, they finna get in a bag. Yeah. Because it's like, you already display like you being introspective within your music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shows it displays Jay. So with that, I don't really see any harm with taking a break.
For sure.
Figuring out how you want to, I guess in a sense, like communicate what you're going through to the world. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's some of the truest art. Yep. But I will ask you though, within that writer's block, like, did you continue to create through that? Yes. Like when you have writer's block as an artist, do you still just get in there and just try stuff?
Here's something that happens every day for me. If not every day, it's like every other day. Melodies will come to me out of nowhere and like certain words and phrases, and I will literally just record it in my voice memos. My voice memos are full of like just little tiny melodies and stuff, and that's what I'll take to my engineer or my producer, and we'll work from that voice memo. Fire. I think that's really cool. I think that's like a God-given gift for sure. Like even if I'm going through like this, that, and the third, like I will always hear something or I see something that reminds me of like a melody, and then I'll turn that into a song. A lot of the things on the album are inspired by voice memos.
See, that's fire.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'll also tell you what's beautiful about that is like, it seems like when you're going through and you're creating and like what you're saying off of those voice memos, is it seem like you really like surrender to the process in order to create your art. Like, is that a true assessment?
Yes, that's a true assessment. Honestly, there's not been a time where I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna just stop singing. Well, I've told myself that a couple times, but it's never true. So yeah, there's always something to remind me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like it never fails, even if I'm like really feeling bad about my art and like the space that I'm in. It just never fails. Yeah. And I feel like that's God for sure. So I know I'm in the right place at the right time. When I get kind of messages like those, like the voice memos or just certain things like that. So definitely, yeah.
let me ask you. So, as far as with Jay, who are some of your anchors? Like, who holds Jay down when she's trying to figure everything out?
I have a lot of people that do that. That they probably don't even know. My close friend who's here.
Yes.
And then I like to think that me by myself does that the best.
Mm-hmm.
So I recenter a lot. Like I journal and I'll go and just be by a body of water, like a lake or something, and
That's
just
fire.
like write.
That's fire.
Yeah, because nobody else can get in my head like I can get in my head. So, because I like live in my body, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think I offer myself the best advice. I hold myself down the most. At the end of the day, that's who I have.
Yeah,
it's myself. So,
yeah.
I rely on myself heavily.
That's dope. Dope.
Yeah.
I guess before we dive into your music, I think it's just dope because I'm getting to know you as a person.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm curious. So like, what's your writing process like? Do you like writing with people, like in the studio, or do you prefer to be by yourself? I know you're saying like a lot of these times that for Jay, like you like to be in these certain spaces by yourself, but like, can you write in the studio with people?
For sure. I'll have like writing sessions and I'll invite like a few of my writer friends. There's this amazing artist named Gretchen. She has the same writing style as Kaylani. And I think it is just chef's kiss. But a lot of the times, yeah, we can definitely work together. But a lot of the times I'm by myself for sure. Like I'm in a corner of the studio with my notes, like by myself. But I can coexist with other writers for sure. And eventually I want to write with like Jahan Sweet, just because everything he touches is gold for sure. Yeah, that's kind of my writing process. But like I said, I do have writer's block a lot. And that's when I'll have to recenter and just kind of just go somewhere by myself. I don't like being crowded by a lot of people. So I have my close-knit people, but like most of the time I'm best when I'm in my own solitude. So
yeah, that's fire. That's fire. So let's dive out just a little bit. Like, what's some of the essentials like Jay like to have in the studio? Like, are you a snack person? You be having like Sour Patch Kids and shit?
It's funny. This is crazy, but I like to have chewing gum.
I am, so I'm big.
Yeah.
I'm big. Yeah. Hey, let me hit that rock. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
And so sometimes my engineer will be like, Jay, you still got gum in your mouth while I'm recording. And I'm like, oh, I forgot. So I do like having gum. I like water. I used to smoke before hand, but I've realized that that's kind of like a hindrance now.
Yeah.
So I don't do that anymore. What else? I think that's really it. Just water and chewing gum.
What's your favorite gum?
I really like Orbit Winter Mint.
Oh, man, you tapped in, man. Hold on, you got to give her an air horn for that. You tapped in, man. Hey, that Orbit Winter Mint is going to get you there.
Every time.
Every time, man. Every time.
Yes.
Every time. So is it those few things that kind of get you in the zone?
When I'm chewing my gum, absolutely, for sure. 100%. Yeah. That's how you know I'm focused. Like when I'm super chewing.
That's right.
I'm just like
she locked in.
I'm locked in. For
Y'all
sure.
niggas finna get these bars, man. Hey man, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, so I guess we can let me ask you. Mm-hmm. What's one of your, like, on the performance side, what's one of your favorite songs to perform?
It's so crazy you asked that because I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I like performing covers more so than my own songs, and I've got to get out of that. I'm still like, as an artist, I'm like artist development side of things. I am still working on my performing, attitude and how I am up there, my confidence up there. Like, I was just talking about this before I got here. Like, I've just got the same confidence I exude throughout my daily life and just like on social media. I have to have that same confidence on stage. But when I get on stage, I'm thinking about what everybody else is thinking of me while I'm up there. And I've got to stop doing that. It just makes me want to just sit down and sing and just, you know.
So is that what that experience is like? Being up there, like on the stage?
For sure. All eyes on me, like it sound good.
Yeah.
But it's just when all eyes are on me and they're solely paying attention to me, it just kind of makes me nervous.
Yeah,
So like one mess up, y'all could be like just staring into my soul while I'm messing up. Like, so but I'm still working on that. Like that, I think that comes with time. Yeah. That's definitely something I'm working on.
I'll tell you though, that's fire though, because I mean, from the consumer side, it's like when we watching you perform, like we're just kind of like basking in what you're doing. Yeah. It's so fire that it's like, man, she up there killing that shit.
I got to get out of that chair though, man. I got to get out of that chair.
Yeah.
Like walking around on stage is something like when I first started out, that's what I was doing. I don't know why. Like I've resorted back to the chair. Like, it's just like a safe space for me, like being comfortable.
Yeah.
But I've got to get uncomfortable. But that's kind of what I've been doing with this album. So hopefully, like, performing the songs from the album will make me like, okay, well, I was uncomfortable when I made this. So maybe I should just get up and shake my hair or, like, throw a shoe or something. I don't know. Like,
that's fire. That's fire. I love it. So talk to me about how important was that Monarch EP that you had?
Oh my goodness, that was a time. I actually was in the hospital for like a month, so it actually came out while I was in the hospital.
Wow! So
I was just emotional, crying when it came out because I was like, I worked so hard on this, and now I'm in the hospital. But yeah, it made me kind of realize how serious my health was, because up until like maybe 19, 20, I had just been eating whatever I wanted to eat, doing whatever I wanted to do, and really not paying attention to what my body was telling me. And that's kind of why I was in the hospital. But that EP in particular, it got a lot of articles written about it. It was a lot of press. I had never had that much press. Like with the Yours Truly J EP, I didn't get as much press. But with this one I did, there was this interview I had, and the guy made a dessert based off of what he thought Monarch sounded like, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. But yeah,
that's dope.
Monarch was really fun to make. I only had one feature on it, which was Chuck.
Yeah. He smoked that too.
Yeah.
Y'all killed that.
Yeah.
Y'all both killed that.
That end song was probably my favorite. Yeah. But yeah, it was real fun to make.
That's fire. I might still end up playing that though, man. That's dope. That's dope. Can you tell me about that Broken Wing interlude and what that meant to you?
Oh yeah. Nobody's ever asked me that. That is great. I like this question. Basically, sometimes I just don't know. Like I say that a lot in the interlude, like, and I'm running with my eyes closed. I say that because it's just like, it's a lot of pressure. Just being a human in this generation.
Yes.
And I am a huge overthinker. Like I overthink everything, and that's kind of what that interlude was talking about. Like, don't wanna feel it. I'm numb to it. Like it was just a whole lot of stuff I was feeling at one time, and my engineer was like, just go in there and say exactly that. So that's what I did.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Shout out to that, man.
Yes.
Let me ask you about another song to where like it touched my soul. You know what I'm saying? Like just with you being vulnerable in within this song, and it's the "Let Me In" song. So you had it with was it J.U.
And Ron Obasi.
J.U. and Ron Obasi, and they came through and handled that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you were in your bag too. It was also in that introspective, being vulnerable. Like, tell me about that song.
That song, it's kind of like talking about how certain demons or certain issues that you have kind of like are knocking at the window, like, let me in. And you like, no.
Yeah.
So Ron and J.U. were the perfect too, I felt like, for that song, because Ron kind of has that like deep kind of rap he has going on. So I felt like he was perfect. He talks about the devil being on his back, and it's just, you know, you're just trying to be a good person, and it's just so much that comes with being a good person, because it's just a lot. So
it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of things get thrown at you. You know what I mean? Life, all kind of things.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's take it out a little bit. Like, now this was one of my bops. Now I played this song on my podcast before. So like, tell me about like "Got You" with Brian Brown. That's my shit.
Yes. We were gonna call that song something like something about coronavirus, Corona Love or something. I don't know. But we went with "Got You" because during the pandemic, I wasn't even really talking to nobody at the time, but I just felt like people needed kind of like a lovey-dovey song. Everything,
I was
everything
hugging on my girl. I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Everything around us was crumbling. It felt like. So "Got You" was like the perfect, like, even though the world's going crazy, get to know I got you. Like, that's kind of.
And I love the cover art too. Like how you got like two people sitting on the.
And I actually made that myself. I'm trying to get like into my graphic design bag for sure.
Hey, that's fire.
But yeah, it was a fun song to make as well. Brian did his thing on the verse.
He did. He came through and handled that too.
Yes.
He had the harmonies. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of in his Drake bag a little bit. Like, I like that.
He was like, I'm so scared to sing on this. I said, just do it.
Yeah. Hey.
Just do it. It sounds fine. But
He's great, man.
That was produced by Nobody's Home. Nobody's Home kind of has dealt with my whole discography. Like, they are the truth for sure. They're the ones that hear my voice memo and they make it. So "Got You," I think that was a voice memo too, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Like, I think I had in my voice memo, "Even though the world's gone," and then they kind of just took it like that. Get in her bag, though.
I was about to get, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought she was about to bust out with it, dog. You know what I mean?
It's gonna cost.
Hey, man, look, I'm trying to catch her before price going up, goddammit. She was on the way. She is on the way, dog. I'm glad I got this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let me tell you about another bop.
Okay, what's
and man, it even hit even harder, like just being in the party and stuff. See, like, I like, me as an old nigga, I like to go with my woman, and when we in good spaces and good vibes, I like to bop. But I heard this come on one time, which was Dare with Ryan.
Really?
Yeah. It came on in the function, and it just, it did what it needed to be done. And I'm like, yeah, this is fire.
Yeah. We had so much fun in that studio that night. Like, the vibes were crazy. And I think we were at Jackson Thatcher's house, which is the guitarist. He kind of laid out the whole entire song. The guitar that you hear is him. The different, like, drops and swoops, like, we just wanted it to feel, like, real, kind of, like, animated, but, like, in a song, you know?
That bass is knocking.
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole song, that's probably one of my favorite songs myself. Ryan did her thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song is something else.
That's fire.
That song is something else.
Fire. That's fire. Can we tell me about Change? I like Change. Off the Bear With Me EP. You did that joint with A Will. Like A Will A.
A Will A.
So, like, how did that song come about, and like, just what did that take out of you to do that song?
Well, that was kind of like a different speed for me because I'm kind of like rap singing in a way on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been working on myself these days. Like, it was just a lot. I had to, like, channel, I guess. That song is about, like, people saying something but then doing something totally different. And it's like, are you down right now or are you down forever? Like, that's basically what that song is. Is it going to change? Like, I just want to know if you really down for me like you say you are. And I felt like the saxophone on that should have went crazy. So the only person I knew that was capable of that was Wille.
Yeah.
And I kind of like let him have the end of the song because like I was just like, he's vibing out, I'm vibing out, everybody in there was like with the stink face like the whole time.
Hey, that's when you know you got one. When everybody got the stink face on today. Yeah.
I was looking around and like not a soul in there was like just everybody was bopping their head like. So that song was kind of the title Bear With Me is kind of like bear with me while I get my shit together. But at the same time, expecting other people to have their shit together when they come to you. Like, you want people to come correct when they dealing with you, but, like, you kind of have to have that reciprocation. So I'm just working through it. Like, it's just being a human, being a 23-year-old. Like, you just, it's literally just growing, and I'm witnessing it. But I'm glad to have, like, milestones. So when I listen to each EP or the album that's about to come up, I can like refer back and be like, oh, this was the space I was in. I done moved on from that. Like, now I'm here. Like, you know,
that's fire.
So yeah,
that is fire.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be in that place? Like, when you like, all right, I got something different to say now. Like, how does that feel for you?
Well, Louder Than Words is really like, actions speak louder than words, obviously, and that's kind of where I'm at in my life. I'm trying to put the action behind what I'm saying. So I've made plenty of mistakes in my life, but like, mistakes do not define you as a person. So that's kind of what I'm branching into right now. To like go from Bear With Me to Louder Than Words is kind of like I'm kind of in the same position, but I'm like kind of branching away from that. So it feels like I'm turning a new leaf almost. But I talk a lot about mistakes I've made, and like I'm kind of admitting and owning up to what I'm doing. But then again, I'm like, I'm not beating myself up about it. Like, you know, I still got to push on. Like, I can't make everybody, you know, fuck with me the way that I fuck with me, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a self-love journey right here. So
that's great.
Yeah, because I'm always beating myself up about like the things that I've done or the things that I've said to people, but I have done my part, and that's kind of like all I can do. So
fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah, that sounds like some growth. I love that. I love that. That's fire. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to self-reflection.
It's the horns for me.
Hey. Yeah, shout out to the self-reflection and self-love. You know what I mean? Let me ask you, what does the North Star look like for you? Like, what's Jay's ultimate like goal?
Well, I say this all the time, and it might be inevitable, but I'm not looking for like fame. I am looking for money. Yeah. But I'm not looking for fame. I want as many people as possible to listen to my music. Like, I want the aim to be, you know, just ultimate. I don't know. I just really want everybody to listen to my music. Yeah. But more so, like, I'm not trying to be in the spotlight. Her, when she first came out, she wore them glasses everywhere. And that's kind of like, kind of my personality. Like, I don't want to be, I don't know. I just don't want to be seen in the spotlight like that.
Isn't that fire how she rolled all of that?
Yes. Yeah. And now she cool. Like, she don't have to have them, but it was kind of like her alter ego, you know? But yeah, my ultimate goal is to just be listened to. I just kind of want people to hear what I have to say. But if I end up being very successful and people really know who I am, then so be it. I don't have to, like, what I'm realizing is I don't have to let fame get to me, like how I see other people affected by it in the industry. I think that's what kind of scares me, is like how detrimental like fame can be to people. You see folks off cocaine and just selling their soul. I don't know. Like, it's just so much you don't know about the music industry, and I don't want to be like kind of scared away from it. You know, from the actual love and the art of it. Like, I don't want that to take it away. Like, I don't want to stop loving this because now I'm famous and like, you know, like I could care less about making music now.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want that to happen to me.
I think like with the work that you're doing now, in the self-reflection that you're having, if you have that core right, I think it would take you far.
Yeah.
Like, you'll know what to decipher between, because like right now it seems like even through what you're doing in your artistry, you're learning to like separate the two. You're learning to separate Jay from yours truly, Jay. And the beautiful part about that is when you're learning to like have your self-love and then also how to separate that from like the industry, it will take you far.
Yeah.
And you'll know how to handle it. It'll just come natural. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're young. You're 23. Like, you just getting into it.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I got
great.
time.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Like, Coleman, matter of fact, Coleman tweeted that the other day. He was like, I'm 24. I got time.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
It is. And it's true. Like, there's so many people that's like 28, 29. And that's not old. I hope not, because I'm on the way. But but I see 28 and 29-year-olds doing this and that, and most of my friends are older than me. So it's kind of like that's where the pressure comes from. Like my artist friends that are older, like, you know, like it kind of feels like I should be in a rush, but I'm perfectly fine where I'm at. Like, and this growth process is worth it. Like, it's worth me.
It's well worth it.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying it.
That's fire. That's fire. Shout out to that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's dive out a little bit. Let's talk about who Jay is. What does Jay like to do outside of music?
Well, I love to eat.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, that is probably number one.
You know what I'm saying? Look, she brought some food in, man. I low key like wanted a piece. I almost asked her for it. Like, look.
I've got it with me.
I almost got a pinch, man. You know what I'm saying? So you like food? What's your favorite food?
Chicken is definitely up there. I love sweets, but I'm trying to be conscious of my health. It's not going so well right now. I definitely always want a chocolate chip cookie or like some Raisinets, or like I'm always wanting to eat sweets. But chicken is up there, macaroni and cheese. I'm a big soul food girl. Like, I love home cooked meals by my mama or like my aunties, or I just fill my plate up. Yeah. And the rolls, I love bread. I love everything about soul food. And I also, this is new, but I like trying new restaurants now. I'm usually like an order in kind of girl, but like now I'm like kind of branching out, and like I tried Sedona for the first time, and I had been wanting to try it because I passed it a lot. Sedona has the best pasta like that I've had in a while. I love pasta. So yeah, trying new restaurants. I like to go hiking. I love hiking. I've been to Cummins Falls, Burgess Falls, Virgin Falls, Machine Falls, all them falls I done been to.
Wow. What's that experience like?
Well, the hike is strenuous, so you got to be like up for it, because the hike could be anywhere from like 25 to 45 to an hour, and when you get there, it's kind of like that's when you reap the benefits of the hike, because it's like this big waterfall, and it's like, bro, this is definitely worth the hike. So I really like it. I do be tired at the end, but it's like kind of like the experience for me. I like just seeing all the trees and the wildlife and just different stuff on the ground. And then like when you get down to the waterfall, I usually write or I eat fruit. Like that's probably my two favorite things to do when I'm down there. I'll have like a fruit bowl with me. And I'll just kind of reflect on the hike, or either like how I'm feeling in the moment, or after the hike, how I'm feeling after the hike. So I like to do that. I am a shopaholic. I don't like to outfit repeat. I do not like repeating outfits.
Hey, I seen one of them days. See that's right. But I seen one of them days. You hit with that. I got this from Shein. I got these. This is these. So I was like, oh shit, that shit fire.
I'm weak.
I said, damn, she fresh, guy. You know what I'm saying?
I love dressing up, and actually, fashion is kind of like That's a lot. I've always been into fashion, but I think more so like as I'm getting into my artistry and like expressing myself more, like I find new pieces that like kind of like speak to me, no cap. So like some days I'm feeling real colorful and like I want to have like just real loud nails and loud rings and stuff like that. But some days I love neutral colors, like just cream and tan, and like, you know, I love classy pieces. So I'm really into that. I'm not so into like spending like tons of money on pieces.
So will you thrift? Like, will you go thrifting?
For sure.
Yeah.
That was gonna be my next hobby.
Okay. For
yeah.
So I'm trying to get better with that, like learning how to thrift. Like my wife, she does it, and she be finding some great pieces. So it's like I'm gonna have to start going with you.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, that's hard.
So they got this thing called Music City Thrift. I go there a lot. I stopped going to Goodwills because the selections are just not there anymore. Then they have this place called Southern Thrift. I go there a lot. And they actually have this Huntsville flea market type thing that's about to come up. I think it's like June 25th or something like that. I plan on going to that, like making a day trip out of it. It starts at 11, but like they'll have like plenty of stuff. And I know Huntsville probably got some good gems. So I'm going to be there early. So nobody can take my stuff.
Hey.
But yeah.
Hey, that's fire.
I really enjoy thrifting because like you do not have to spend $100, $200 on pieces just to make some shit pop. Like, I don't care for like name brands like that really that much. But I do own quite a few name brand things. But
love it.
Yeah.
What else does Jay like to do? Is it you haven't? Well, do you like? What's your favorite movies? Like, do you like little certain shows? Like, do you got a top 3, top 5?
Yeah. Okay. So I have like maybe a top 5 as far as movies go. Row Bounce.
Hey,
that's
all right, okay.
Sure.
Do you skate?
I can, but I'm not really like great at it.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Like I can't go backwards or nothing like that.
Hey, I thought you might have been swift on that. You know what I'm saying? Sliding and gliding and shit. You know what I mean?
So Row Bounce is up there. I probably can recite like every line in Row Bounce. Baby's Kids. That's
one of them ones.
One of them ones.
That's one of them ones.
When my mama was living by herself with me, like when I was younger, she just had like this pillar full of DVDs. We didn't have no cable, so we was just making it work with DVDs. So Baby's Kids was one of the DVDs that she had, and I consistently played Baby's Kids. So I think that's why I like it so much. Let's see what else. I like.
Can I ask you a question? Real quick? I didn't mean to cut you off, but like, what's your favorite scene out of that movie?
Out of what?
Baby's Kids. Because I love it when he was frying their ass, like when they was in the stall.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They was at the little amusement park.
Your mama's son.
Yeah.
Your mama's so old. She older than your grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably my favorite scene too. And he was like,
he was like, your mom was so dumb. They said it's chilly outside. She went and got a bowl. Yeah, I was like, bro, that's nuts.
Then the friend started laughing, and then the girl was like,
she was all right.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I don't know. I like rom-coms for sure. But Love Jones is in my top 3. So we got Baby's Kids, Row Bounce, Love Jones. 3 totally different movies, but like I hold them all close to my heart. That was also on DVD at my mama's house. Probably too young to be watching that, but definitely can recite those lines as well. What else? 13 Going on 30. I really fuck with that movie.
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah. I just like the whole concept of her like being 30 when she was just 13, and it was like, bro, yeah.
That's fine.
But yeah, I'm not into shows like I used to be, because I haven't found one that like captivates me. The last show I watched was Them, kind of like about segregation, but they kind of like made a psychological thriller out of it. So that was insane. I was hooked, but it was only 10 episodes. So I'm hoping they come out with something else similar. It was making me mad though, like to the point where I was kind of looking at Yeah, Caucasians a little nice. That was making me so mad. But yeah.
Hey man,
that was a good show.
My girl, like, sometimes when we watching like certain shows, certain movies, it's like I can separate the two of like this just being a show versus, but it's like when she watching it, she's taking it personal.
Yes,
like
that's me.
I can't stand it. I'm like, baby, calm down. Like, it's just a
show. Yes, I be wanting to throw stuff at the TV. Like,
I can't stand up. I'm like, golly, like, bro, chill, bro.
Oh my goodness,
that's fire.
Yeah.
Tell me some of your early like inspirations in music.
Tell
me some now. Like, you can either use today's artists or like who inspires you.
Yeah. Well, growing up, my mama was a single mom, so like I have distinctive memories of like us in the car, and it's like the sun going down, and me in the back, and she just got Destiny's Child bumping, or like Tweet. I really love Tweet.
Hey.
She would have Nivea, like just a whole bunch of early 2000s like jams. But she did used to play like Erykah Badu and Jill Scott and Patti LaBelle. I love Patti LaBelle. Anita Baker. Whole bunch of people. The Brownstones, that's a group from like the 70s, 80s, I want to say. They have some good songs as well. It's a mixture. And like in today's era, I would say like Ari Lennox, Jasmine Sullivan, Summer Walker. She's cold. I can't even take that away from her.
Yeah, she's killing it.
Yeah, she's killing the game right now. She's on Kendrick's new album.
Yeah, she smoked that.
Yeah, so
she smoked that. Yeah.
It's a variety of
that album is really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't even gotten through the whole thing yet. I'm probably on like song 6.
It's deep.
Yeah.
It's deep.
The first song was deep. United in Grief. Like, I've been going through something like that. That just, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it'll blow your mind. Like,
yeah,
it's wild. I wanted to ask you, is there anybody around the city that you've been wanting to work with that you haven't worked with? That can even be from producer, engineer, artist, whatever.
Well, I don't know. Disc 2 Wave. He is a sick guitarist. I think he sings. He's an artist as well. I think he can do everything. He's produced a lot of Gretchen's music, and I think he's worked with A.G. Sully. A.G. Sully is another person I would want to work with. She has such a soulful, rich voice. So that's on the way soon. Let's see who else. Honestly, Lauren Mcclinton, I love her.
She's fire.
And she's sweet in real life, so I feel like the song would just kind of work. Cause,
shout out her, man. Shout out AB, too.
Shout out AB, yes. But I've worked with AB Eastwood for this whole album. He kind of is like the executive producer for a lot of them. Oh, man.
I can only imagine. Shout out AB, man. Oh, you ain't even say less.
Shout out AB.
Say less. I'm in. I'm all chips in, goddammit. Yeah, shout out AB, man.
So I've worked with AB. Nobody's Home is on this album as well, of course. Can't forget about them. They kind of feel like home, so I definitely want a few home tracks on there. Tyler Girl, she's actually from Atlanta, but she came down here and gave me 2 verses on 2 separate songs, so I get to choose which one I want to put on the album, if not both.
Yeah.
She reminds me of Sid from the internet.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness. And then Dom State Don is another person that I have worked with that I really think she's about to blow. She's probably next up. Yeah, I feel like I've worked with everybody that I really, really want to work with, but Lauren Mcclinton, A.G. Sully, and Disc 2 Wave are probably the 3 that I would want something with in the future.
So let me ask you, now that you just said that, the song you did with Maya Riona, The Feeling You, y'all handled that. Y'all handled that. Shout out her, man.
Shout out her, yes.
Like, how was that like? Did y'all work together on that, or did she send that to you? Like, were y'all in the same studio?
Yes, she actually showed me, I think she showed me the song first, And she actually wrote the hook and everything, but she was just like, I just really need you on it.
Yeah.
I was like, say less. And we actually had to do it. We had to have 2 separate studio sessions because sometimes I get carried away with like my runs and like my harmonies and stuff. Mm-hmm. So the second session, I was just like, let's just keep it kind of like, kind of bare so people can actually hear what I'm saying. So, but yeah, that was a real fun track.
Y'all slid on that.
Yes. Yeah. She probably next up as well. She can rap. She can sing. She got a good like aura about herself. So I'm excited to see where she goes.
You have any other rappers you want to work with? I've seen you work with J.U. before.
And Ron Obasi.
You work with Ron.
Work with Chuck.
Anybody else?
I work with Jordan XX. I don't know. Let's see who else I would want to work with. Qualls.
Hey, this project he just shout out Qualls, man.
Yeah, shout out Qualls.
Hey, I got to get him up here soon.
Yes. He needs to
that'd be fire.
But his voice, I don't know what it is. It's like different. He just come different. So, his new album, Until We Meet Again,
fire.
All of the tracks
fire.
Are like gold. So yeah, I definitely want to work with him in the future. And then, Wade Brown. Have you ever heard of him?
Mm-mm.
Wade Brown, I think he is. Don't quote me. I think he's from Huntsville, but I don't know. I'm actually doing a show with him July 16th. It's called like the Hidden Gems Festival or something.
Oh wow.
I think he'll be there, but he's dope. He can sing. He can really sing. He can really sing. I think you probably you need to tap in like as soon as I leave, like cut some Wade Brown on. Like it's different.
All right, I'm gonna tap in with him. Yeah. Shout out him. All right, that's fire. Mm-hmm. Before I get you out of here, what's next for Jay? Besides the album, what's next?
More visuals. I plan on growing my TikTok. I really want to be TikTok famous. That's one place where I do want to be famous is TikTok. Like I feel like the reach as far as my music is concerned is like very critical on there. Like I feel like it could do some serious damage. Like if enough people heard my music, like if I'm sampling something or doing demos, TikTok is a great way to like engage with different audiences. I'm
still trying to learn that. Like,
yeah,
I ain't got on that TikTok way.
I'm
so out east. It's like,
I'm really late to the party.
I'm finna be on there. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm not finna Superman and all this.
Yes, I have yet to do a dance TikTok because
you haven't.
I feel like it's so. I don't know why I feel this way about it, but I feel like I'm like. I don't know.
See, you so dope on social media. I would figure that wouldn't even be like a
dance thing. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Now I be being cute and doing little videos and like acting TikToks like of people on the phone like reenacting that, but I've never posted a dance TikTok. I've never done that. Like I've tried, but honestly, I would probably need a little help with dancing. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I dance like a little white girl. Nah.
I tell you though, like, say for instance, I seen you again at the Jody Joe and Friends show. Mm-hmm. So like when I seen you there, you had your little bop going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I do though.
Nah, hey, look though, I'm gonna tell you, for me as an old nigga, I always subscribe. Have you ever seen Hitch?
Yes.
I subscribed to that part where Will told the little white dude, he was like, look, you keep it here. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 1, 2. If you get outside your body and hit one of them spins or some bullshit, you bullshitting. So it's like, look, sometimes when I'm in a function, you know what I'm saying? Like AB at the Acme seed and feed, like, nigga, maybe want to get out of my body and get them to hit a spin or something. But I'm like, nah, nigga, keep it here.
Keep it here.
Keep it here. You know what I'm saying?
Weak.
Hey.
Now, that's one thing. I love going. If I go out, I'm definitely going to be myself. So I'm not afraid to dance because I mess around and drop it low. And I don't got no business dropping nothing low, but I'm a blast to go out with. Like, I make sure that whoever's with me has a good time.
Yeah.
Like, we're not finna be worried about what other people got going on the dance floor. Because everybody supposed to be minding their own business.
That's it. We all here.
And if somebody come up to me dancing with me, like, I like that.
Vibing.
Like, so.
Vibing.
Yeah.
Energy is fire, man.
Yeah.
I do want to tell you, keep this fire spirit that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Keep this high energy.
Yeah.
The vibrations are always high anytime I see you.
Mm-hmm.
They're great. Continue to be you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Always continue to be you. If you keep that core there, you'll be able to navigate through all the other bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to tell you, you're definitely appreciated.
Thank you.
You are important to the culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to see what you will do in the future. Like,
thank you.
What holds for yours truly, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, thanks.
Hey. You are great. You know what I mean? You're great. Yeah, I think you're gonna be a star.
Yeah.
I really believe
Thank you.
So yes.
Gassing my head up.
Hey, no, for real. But before I get you out of here, let people know where they can follow you.
Oh yeah.
You know, all of that.
Where should I look?
All of that.
Should I look right there or right there?
You know what I'm saying? Get both of them off. You know what I'm saying? Look over there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So
you can even get the close one. You know what I'm saying? Get the close one.
So my Instagram is yours truly, Jay. You spell Jai, and then an underscore right after that. My Twitter's the same thing. My TikTok's the same. Basically, that's it for all of my socials. Be on the lookout for the album. And yeah, thank you for having me.
That's fire. That's fire. Hey, she even did the cut though. Follow me here. Yeah, she's fire. Hey, man. Oh man, I love it. Man, thank y'all, man. Yeah, before we get out of here, you know what I'm saying? Follow me at Sauceville615. Y'all know the drill. Follow me at Sauceville615. Follow the Lost in the Sauce Pod. Subscribe to Out East Network. Yeah, man. And we're gonna play this past the Ox. Yours truly, Jay, is finna give us an exclusive.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you kick it off and introduce this thing. You can even tell us like the space that you were in before you even created this joint.
Okay, so this is like a house track. I'm really into like bringing the black back into like electronic and disco and stuff. Like I feel like Kaytranada was probably my biggest influence with this song. It's just about how boys kind of suck sometimes, and you kind of have to focus your energy on yourself. A lot of boys will try to do stuff for you to get inside of your pants. Yeah. But you have to stand firm, stand strong. They didn't do all of this for you as a person. They did it for, their benefit. So that's what this song is about. It's called Boys Go to Jupiter. I'm pretty sure when like we were younger, the phrase "boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider." that's literally the hook. So I hope y'all enjoy it. It'll be on the album. This is unreleased. This is exclusive.
Thank you.
It's not mixed, but y'all are still gonna love it. I feel like. I hope. Fingers crossed. So here it is. Boys Go to Jupiter.
Yes. And we're going to play this on the audio side, man. So if you want to, the link will be below. Go check it out on the audio side. And thank you so much, Queen.
Thank you.
Yours truly, Jay, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Let's get it popping.